Have you ever stood in front of the mirror during a relationship and felt like a stranger was looking back? Not in some big, sudden way, just a quiet, creeping unfamiliarity. The person staring at you feels distant, like an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts small. You skip hanging out with your buddies because your partner prefers quiet nights in. You turn down the volume on your favorite tracks because they call it too loud. You tweak your style, soften your opinions, laugh differently, or stop laughing at certain things altogether. Slowly, your life starts revolving around one person's likes and dislikes. Then comes the day when a single message decides your entire mood. Happy if they respond warmly, restless if they're short, hollow if they go silent. Your emotions become echoes of theirs. Your own thoughts, they fade into whispers you can hardly hear. We romanticize this as deep love. Movies show it as sacrifice. Songs call it passion. But in psychology, it's called self-abandonment, the gradual erasure of who you are to keep someone close. If this hits home, you're not flawed or overly emotional. You're repeating a survival pattern that started way before this relationship. Today, let's unpack how it forms, why love sometimes feels like fading away, and most importantly, how to come back to yourself without destroying everything. Because real love doesn't erase you, it sees you fully. In a balanced relationship, two people stay two people. They connect deeply, but keep their own ground. Like two trees growing side by side, roots separate, branches touching. Psychologists call this interdependence, sharing life without merging identities. Self-abandonment creeps in when one person's world becomes the only safe place to stand. It looks innocent at first. I'll adjust for us. You hesitate before sharing an opinion, fearing their reaction. You drop plans with friends to avoid tension. Hobbies fade as their schedule takes over. You say we when you mean, I used to love that. It feels like teamwork, but it's one voice dominating while the other quiets down. The tricky part, you convince yourself it's caring. I'm being flexible. I'm keeping things peaceful. But inside, a quiet sadness builds, a mourning for the fuller version of you that once existed without asking permission. True love should widen your world, not shrink it to fit someone else's frame. This pattern rarely starts with romance. It traces back to childhood, where love felt conditional. Maybe affection came and went unpredictably, warm one day, cold the next. You learn to scan moods, adjust yourself, stay small to stay safe. Or perhaps you were the good kid, praised for being low maintenance, never demanding too much. Expressing needs felt risky, so you buried them. For some, it was deeper hurt, neglect, criticism, or inconsistency that wired the nervous system for abandonment fear. By adulthood, that old strategy disguises itself as loyalty or devotion. You don't see it as fear, you see it as love. But what worked to survive as a child now costs you as an adult. It's not weakness, it's brilliant adaptation in the wrong context. Recognizing it isn't about blame, it's about updating the old map so you can walk a new path. Biology plays a role too. Falling in love floods the brain with dopamine, the reward chemical that makes everything feel electric. Oxytocin bonds you, making closeness feel essential for safety. When distance hits, cortisol spikes, turning anxiety into a survival alarm. The body starts treating the partner like air, necessary, non-negotiable. In unstable dynamics, this becomes trauma bonding. Intermittent warmth mixed with uncertainty keeps you hooked, chasing the good moments like relief from pain. Modern life amps it up. Endless texting turns a delayed reply into catastrophe. Social media parades perfect couples, making normal mess look like failure. Economic pressures, shared bills, leases, make leaving feel impossible. Old fears meet new tech, and self-abandonment feels almost inevitable. But awareness changes everything. It starts with noticing the quiet stages most people go through.
The honeymoon bend. Early excitement makes small changes feel sweet. You adjust to impress, thinking it's temporary romance. Red flag? If being liked means hiding pieces of yourself right away. The habitual fade. Adjustments turn automatic. You drop what you love because of a casual comment. We replaces I in conversations. Red flag? Your sentences lose the word I. Emotional fusion. Your mood tracks theirs. Silence from them feels like rejection. You filter everything through how will they take this. Red flag? Peace depends on their approval. The hollow space. Exhaustion sets in that rest doesn't fix. You've poured so much in, yet feel unseen. The spark they loved? It's dimmed because the real you got buried. Red flag? Feeling empty despite being together. These stages show how deeply we crave belonging. But belonging that demands you vanish isn't belonging. It's survival mode. Why is it so hard to stop? The fear of abandonment overrides logic. Being alone triggers old childhood terror. Sunk costs, time, emotions, shared life, make walking away feel like defeat. Sometimes subtle invalidation, you're overreacting, no one else would stay, erodes trust in your own perceptions. Not every tough relationship is harmful. Healthy ones have conflict, distance, growth. The key difference, respect. Boundaries get heard, even if inconvenient. In unhealthy ones, they're punished with guilt, withdrawal, or anger. You stay because intensity feels like depth. Occasional kindness feels like proof. Hope numbs the pain, but the price is high. Constant low-grade anxiety, deferred dreams, a shrinking existence. The turning point? Compassion for the scared part of you that's trying so hard. Reclaiming yourself starts small, no dramatic ultimatums needed. Boundaries are just clear lines. Where you end, they begin. Try simple statements. I need some alone time tonight. Let's catch up tomorrow. I care about us, but I also need space for my own things once a week. Structure? State the need calmly. No over-explaining or apologizing for having one. If they react poorly, their response is information. Use the 24-hour rule. When something feels off, say, I'll think it over and reply tomorrow. Time protects your clarity. Practice I language again. I feel. I want. I choose. It might feel awkward at first. Your system is used to adapting, but it's rebuilding the muscle. If safety is missing, abuse, control, constant dismissal, leaving isn't giving up, it's self-protection. Ask, are there real efforts to change, not just words? Can we discuss hurts without it turning into a battle? Do I feel more alive or more faded over time? If unsure, talk to a therapist, journal, or confide in a friend who mirrors your reality back. Rebuilding is a gentle return home. Make 2 lists, shared life versus just mine. Reclaim one abandoned thing, music, walks, old friends. Spend time alone without guilt. Sit with discomfort for a few minutes daily. Teach your body solo safety feels okay. Speak to your younger self. I'm here now. I won't trade you away again. Some relationships evolve with the real you. Others fade. That's alignment, not loss. True love isn't 2 halves completing each other. It's 2 full people choosing to share the path, close enough for warmth, separate enough to grow, like pillars holding a roof, apart yet supporting. You never have to dim yourself to be loved. You deserve someone who celebrates your light, not one who needs you smaller. If this resonated, drop a comment. What part felt familiar? Share your story. And if you want more real talk on the heart's complicated sides, hit subscribe. We're in this together. You are enough exactly as you are. Love should meet you there, not ask you to vanish. Thank you for listening.